We're set.
Could we get one of the writers in here for some more pre-show and...
Cookie Masterson here, and don't worry if you hear this noise. It's just my butthole. Flying solo, so did Amelia Earhart, and look how that turned out. And our wrong answer of the game is brought to you by...
Oopsie Daddy male pregnancy tests. When you need to know quick whether you're going to be a daddy or not, trust Oopsie Daddy. Just pee and wait.
Sniff out our sponsor's wrong answer of the game and you'll end up with a great prize and serious cash. All right, we're taking off.
Get ready, time for question 1.
Right off the bat, that's one smooth infestation. Say you wanted to dress up a bunch of rats as members of the Rat Pack. What adorable rat accessory would you not need to purchase? A tiny glass of scotch for a rat Dean Martin? A tiny cigarette for a rat Joey Bishop? Could be worse, in theory. Let me show you something. Bob Hope was not a member of the Rat Pack, so you would not need to buy any tiny rat accessories for him. But if you ever need a rat to entertain the rat troops or host the Rat Academy Awards, Rat Bob Hope is definitely your guy.
Oh, Mama, gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Say it so.
Here we have beloved childhood character obesity. Remember that old cartoon Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids? Yeah? No? Either way, I'm gonna ask a question about it. What might you hear Fat Albert say while consuming a tub of lard? Hey, 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 this is some good cow fat. Hey, 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 this is some tasty pig fat. Hey, hey. This is saturated in incorrectness. Where's that confounded right answer? Lard is made from rendered pork fat. By far the saddest time Fat Albert said, hey, 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 is when his doctor told him they'd have to amputate his foot due to his diabetes.
With me, Disco 3.
Take a stab at score loser, and it's time to chalk up one dis or dat. I'm gonna read off 7 games, and for each one you tell me if you win by getting the highest score or you win by getting the lowest score. If it's high score, press the X button. If it's low score, press the B button. Okay, we're off. Monopoly. Yahtzee. Golf. Uno. Hungry, Hungry Hippos. Hearts. You don't know Jack? Maybe you should stick to Jenga. To me, games aren't about scoring high or scoring low, but finding something to do with your family that limits the amount of conversation. Take a good look at Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
The name of a Spider-Man villain from the 70s. Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus. That's just nuts. Here's what you meant to pick. Over the years, Spider-Man has actually had 2 villains named the Kangaroo, both of them mostly just good at jumping. Although, I think Uranus would make a much better Spider-Man villain. Giant ice planets with no breathable air are a spider's natural enemy.
5 fingers!
Why not try? Warning! Only 0.0000034 kilobytes remaining. Oh, my computer is so slow these days. It's bogged down with too much, data. I have to get some of this data off my computer. I guess we'll need to buy some cloud storage for all this data. Because it's the biggest, which cloud storage option is most likely to be able to fit all my data? Cirrus Cloud Storage, Stratus Cloud Storage, Cumulonimbus Cloud Storage, or Stratocumulus? What were you thinking there? It's so obvious. Cumulonimbus clouds are those giant clouds that can extend from fairly low to very high in the atmosphere. Hopefully that will provide me with enough storage space. I have a lot of German data on my computer. A lot of German data. That brings a close to round 1. And lucky for you, there's room for improvement. Don't forget, all the questions in round 2 are worth double. And remember, the wrong answer of the game is still out there waiting for you. Alright, let's get back to it. Here's one I like to call the best Blink-182 question we've ever done. What should Blink-182 change its name to if it wanted to represent the number of times, on average, an adult blinks in a minute? Blink 10, Blink 25, Blink 70, or Blink 181? Nuh-uh. Smart people choose this. Under normal circumstances, the average adult blinks about 10, maybe 15 times a minute. But don't blink too fast, or you might miss Blink-182's rise and fall from cultural legitimacy.
Question 7. Yeah, better shake your monkey bang.
This one's called, Are You There, God? It's Me, Jimmy Fallon. Imagine, in order to appeal to younger viewers, Christian network TBN airs a Late Night with Seth Meyers knockoff called Late Night with Seth from the Bible. What would you hear on the show? This show is live from my father Noah's Ark. Please welcome my murderous brother Cain. So, my sister Mary Magdalene has been in the news, or give it up for my I'm not sure you've been awake during this game. Oh, you're gonna kick yourself. Seth is the son of Adam and Eve and the younger brother of Cain and Abel. God gave Adam Seth as a replacement for Abel after Cain killed him. Of course, in biblical times, you had to be careful flirting with your talk show guests because you were probably related to them.
Follow me down to the sea.
Pucker up for getting my YouTubes tied. And you'll be treated like an instant star for a right answer.
It's the put the choices into order, then buzz in and see if you are right. Question.
Put these famous viral YouTube videos in order of shortest to longest. David after dentist, double rainbow, dramatic chipmunk. David double dramatic, dramatic David double, double dramatic David, or dramatic double David. The viral video of the dramatic chipmunk is 5 seconds long, David after dentist is 1 minute and 58 seconds long, and the double rainbow video is 3 minutes and 29 seconds long. That just earned you an extra $1,000. I try not to watch any video that's over 10 seconds long because I have the attention span. Oh my god, look at that monkey drinking its own pee! And now, lime and punishment. Ugh, my breath is awful. Luckily, I've got a bunch of loose Tic Tacs in this drawer here. At least I think these are all Tic Tacs. Which of these Tic Tacs should I probably not eat? The orange Tic Tac, the blue Tic Tac, the brown Tic Tac, or the red? Yeah, they don't make brown Tic Tacs. Yep. Yep, that's a rat turd. How about flow me to the moon? Let's say an astronaut on Mars is experiencing her time of the month. If she stays there for an entire Martian year, how many more times of the month will she experience? 22 times of the month, 12 times of the month, 2 times of the month, or she won't have another time of the month. Oh, honestly. A Martian year lasts approximately 687 Earth days, which would mean the astronaut would get her period about 22 times. truly making it the Red Planet. Welcome to the attack. When you see two clues that match, press your A button. 2,000 big ones if you're up. Oh, I'll just shut my mouth then. Here's your clue. You say hotel, I say motel. And where will you be staying this evening? Good luck. There you have it! I'm not a big hotel or motel person. I don't know why, but I've just always had trouble sleeping in a strange seaman.
You don't know Jack!
Hi, I'm Cookie, and if one more person adjusts the thermostat in here without my permission, I will destroy everything they have ever loved. Got that? Playing by yourself? Well, at least you won't come in second. And your wrong answer of the game is being sponsored by...
Is it a dog? Just answer yes or no to the various photos based on whether or not you think it's a dog or not. Then you'll win the game. How fun is that? Very.
Pick the wrong answer associated with our sponsor to win a fabulous prize and big cash. All right, let's get this party started.
Get ready, time for question 1.
Kicking things off, high fructose fun syrup. Which of these food products does not contain corn syrup? Kellogg's Corn Pop Cereal, Brock's Candy Corn, State Fair Classic Corn Dogs, or Cracker Jack Caramel Coated Pop... Sorry, but most frozen corn dogs have corn syrup in them too. Makes them more fattening, which is a huge selling point amongst frozen corn dog eaters. Here's what a right answer looks like. The sweetness in Kellogg's Corn Pops comes merely from sugar and the love they put in. I like foods with as much corn as possible. That's why I'm pleased to announce my very own new product, Cookie Masterson's genetically modified corn-covered corn nubbins. Oh, I'm eating one now. Oh, the cream corn and corn nuts go so well together. Get some today.
Oh, Mama gonna tell you what I'm gonna do.
Say hello to Fly Me to the Clune. And this dis or dat is hurtling through the cosmos. I'm gonna read off 7 titles, and for each one you tell me if it's a scientific publication by Galileo Galilei, or a George Clooney movie. If it's Galileo, press the X button. If it's Clooney, press the B button. Cool, let's do it. Solaris. Gravity. The Starry Messenger. The Assayer. From Dusk Till Dawn. Discourse on Floating Bodies. Confessions of a Dangerous Mind. On the Clooney scale, this would have been a Leatherheads. You know, sometimes when I look up in the night sky into the deep expanse of space, I can't help but wonder, why wasn't Monuments Men a better movie? Just one of the mysteries of the universe, I suppose.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
Next. You know what they say about the size of a man's frets? Considering the respective sizes of their instruments, which of these male musicians is the least likely to be accused of compensating for something? A clarinet player, a piccolo player, an oboe player, or a bassoon player? The correct answer is... the piccolo is actually a half-sized flute and the smallest of these instruments. So the piccolo player seems the least likely to be compensating for the size of their, other instrument. And as long as I've already gone through the trouble of setting up this premise, I would just like you to know, I play a kazoo. And on its way, Alt-Shift Medicine. I've been getting into Eastern medicine lately because I hate taking lots of pills, but this is kind of weird. My specialist gave me a fortune cookie.
Cookie, fortune twist, cookie medicine.
Not that I'm complaining. I love cookies. Let's see what my fortune says. Prescription. 1 cookie AC. Now weird, it's a prescription. I'm not great with medical abbreviations though. When was I supposed to eat my cookie? First thing in the morning, before a meal, after a meal, or at bedtime? Honest mistake. This would have worked. AC is a common medical abbreviation used on prescriptions and means before meal. Uh-oh, I already ate dinner today. That means I took this fortune cookie at the wrong time. I just hope there's no side effect. I think so far. Guess it didn't make a difference after all. Do you smell burning plastic? 5 fingers! It's time for Till the Closing Credits Do Us Part. If it followed the processional order of a traditional Christian wedding, what movie would probably have come out immediately after Bridesmaids, assuming the maid of honor is a bridesmaid? A raunchy comedy called Groomsmen, a gross-out comedy called Ring Bearer, a racy comedy called Father of the Bride, or an R-rated comedy called... In a traditional Christian wedding, the bridesmaids come out, including the maid of honor last. Then the ring bearer immediately follows, then the flower girl, then the bride. The best part of the Ring Bearer movie is when the ring bearer comes down the aisle and steps in a huge crap left by Melissa McCarthy. That'll wrap up round 1, and your score is pretty much just fairly okay. Keep in mind, all the prizes are doubled in round 2. And hint hint, keep an eye out for the wrong answer of the game. It's still out there. Let's see what's in store. Coming up next, Animation Dumb-ination. Which member of the Griffin family from Family Guy most likely got a recent APGAR score? Stewie, Peter, Brian, or Meg? The APGAR scale is a detailed test used to assess the overall health of newborn babies, something that Stewie Griffin, a baby, experienced the most recently. And based on the shape of his head, he should have gotten an F-.
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey bang.
May I introduce... Keep your hellos to yourself. Which one of these pop stars is giving a polite Tibetan greeting? Miley Cyrus sticking out her tongue, Justin Bieber flipping the bird, Britney Spears flashing her crotch. In Tibet, some people stick out their tongue as a greeting to show you they don't have a black tongue. If they did, it would mean they are the reincarnation of a cruel 9th century king. Not that anyone would ever suspect Miley Cyrus of being the reincarnation of a cruel 9th century king. Everybody knows she's the reincarnation of Hannah Montana. Duh.
Follow me down to the sea.
Open wide for trivia and stuff. Where might the CEO of Linens and Things go to shop for the materials needed to make all the store's linen and things? Flax plants and things? Agave seeds and things, sheep wool and things, or silkworms and things? Looks like your score could use some shearing. One right answer coming up. Linen is made from the fiber of the flax plant, and things are made from other things, presumably. So this might be where the CEO goes to shop. Although he would probably make somebody else do the shopping for him. I mean, this is a guy who is too lazy to finish spelling the word and. I call this one low spirits. As some of you may know, our studio is haunted by a ghost named Dennis. Well, I'm proud to announce that today I've promoted Dennis to be a writer.
Ooh, thank you, Mr. Masterson.
It's great because not only is Dennis hilarious, I found out that I'm not legally required to pay a ghost. Which reminds me, Kyle, you're fired.
Again? But you already fired and rehired me twice this week.
Yeah, you're fired again. So Dennis, let's get you a desk and figure out how to get you in the credits at the end of the game. How should the end credits read if Dennis the Ghost writes for our former writer, Kyle Mortensen? Written by Dennis the Ghost, written by Dennis the Ghost and Kyle Mortensen, written by Kyle Mortensen, or written by... A ghostwriter is employed to write for someone but does it under their employer's name. So get ready for a lot more questions about rattling chains and moaning and unfinished business, trapping oneself in this mortal realm, blah blah blah.
Ooh, I also have some ideas for questions about Breaking Bad. Ooh.
No good. Try this on for size. Flash 'em if you got 'em. What would you expect to see in a spring break video called Girls Gone Call of the Wild? Girls exposing themselves as they harpoon a whale, girls lifting their shirts as they fight in the Spanish Revolution, girls flashing their breasts as they pan for Klondike Gold, or naked girls committing cannibalism in the Want to see the answer? The novel Call of the Wild follows a sled dog and his owners during the Klondike Gold Rush. But there is no nudity in the actual book Call of the Wild unless you count the doodles I made in the margins. Brace yourself for the attack. Well, don't mind me then. Here's your clue. Don't forget my advice. When it comes to do's and don'ts, let's focus on the don'ts. That's the game! One piece of advice I never take is don't dip your pen in the company ink, if you know what I mean. And if you don't, the pen is your penis, and the company ink is this jar of company ink. Hey, look, I can write my name!
You know